JonnyPink, I was recording this whole thing out at Malibu Lagoon, and as I've been editing, I decided that I wanted to start it sitting here. What I've ended up comparing, and I do get to it, I will leave chapter markers down below so you can quickly get to that section. You can see these two side by side. The scopes show that everything is the same. It doesn't always view the same. And anyway, so what I'm shooting is this anamorphic here, which is a 35 millimeter on the R50. This is a crop body. It's a 1.6 crop. So it should be at 35 millimeters. It appears much closer than that, but this is a 1.6. And then this is a 40 millimeter autofocus anamorphic on the Nikon ZR. Everything was shot in, this is H.265, this is being shot in HDR, which is a format I really, really like. I like the color formats that I get. That's it. I'll take you up to the beginning where I started. And yes, I did get drenched in a wave. I saved my camera gear. All I had was my gimbal and the ZR. Just to interject here, go to the end. That's where I'll tell you my final thoughts after editing this whole thing up. Check it out. This is what I'm talking about with what I'm filming on. It's overkill. This is the Canon R50, and this is the Nikon ZR. Gotta love it. Okay, I don't know if you can see me or not. I can hold my arm out this way. I am soaked! I misjudged that one. Oh, that was funny. Okay, back up there. JonnyPink, right now I'm shooting on, of course, the ZR. I'm using my Phaotech 3. It's okay. For tracking, it's okay. The Hohem is better. It just doesn't handle and I do plan on a review sometime. It just doesn't, the Hohem doesn't handle the larger lenses like this. I'm at Malibu Lagoon, one of my favorite places. I'm almost shooting in auto. I'm only shooting in H.265. Hi guys. I'm only shooting in H.265. I'm shooting in an auto ISO. I'm shooting it almost like I'm shooting RAW. With exposure compensation, I've bumped it up to 1.7 so that it's cleaner. It's a little bit overexposed, but I'm not blowing out my highlights. I'm still using my ND filter, which is acting, well, they're polarizers, right? So it still acts as a polarizer. How this is gonna look, I don't know, but I'm gonna go catch a couple of shots of some little birds. Oh, right over here. Come with me. Okay, well, of course, it stopped tracking. There we go. Now, come with me. And I can't say that they're all perfect, but, you know, the Hohem. Are you with me? Are you finding me? Looks like you're still with me. Cool. Framing is off, though.
Now again today I am shooting, oh by the way, I'm using my 40mm Sirui, however you pronounce it, anamorphic lens, and it is in autofocus. I'm shooting at an f11 I think it is, because that's what I was filming the surf and the sun this morning. Looking for a sunrise. I'm here later than I wanted to be, but only because there's so much cloud cover and overcast that there really was no sunrise. This is my wife's hat, similar to mine, but doesn't have the hole cut in the back, so My ponytail's just tucked into my shirt, not that you guys really care. This is really just a comparison, mostly because I'm going to pull out my R50 that I love with the anamorphic lens on both and do some comparison shots in a little bit. That's why I'm shooting in H.265. Although I really did like shooting in ProRes, really enjoyed that. I like that color profile. The R3D, that's pretty cool too. ProRes so far has actually, believe it or not, been my favorite. But H.265 works just fine as well, only in 4K 30, which is my favorite. Not big surf out here, and that's okay, but I love the way the clouds are coming through, or the sun is coming through the clouds out there. Stunning. So I think I might get some more footage of that and then set up my other camera. Check test, 1 2 1 2 check. I have audio on both, and this is the clip. There we go, we're good. I got to find my scratch mark, make sure that now I'm in focus for each, right? Okay, so on this side right here, this is Canon's R50 with the Sirui 40mm set in. Each of them are at 5.6. Both of them are in auto ISO. The Canon has, I shot this for such a long time and I absolutely love it. This one I think is shot at a negative 0.3 for the exposure compensation. And this one, the Nikon ZR, I bumped it up just a little bit, watching where the ISO, which is also an auto, again shooting only H.265. The Canon is shooting HDR, which is a format I really, really do like. So hopefully I'm in focus for both because the Canon is manual only. I could put the Canon onto the Sirui. I'd have to switch everything around. I think I need to get a different base plate so that I can do that quickly and easily. Today I am shooting my Canon R50, but all the video footage that you are about to see, or that you have seen, other than one that was handheld with this, is with the Nikon ZR. Everybody's just kind of hanging out here preening. It's actually getting really, really warm, so the hat needs to come off in the car, but I didn't brush it this morning. I just stuck it up under a hat because why? All right, let's start tracking. Okay, I think I'm back to my scratching in the sand. And the reason I'm filming this way is because when you're filming into the sun, it's really hard to have your camera do a lot of automatic stuff. So if you're using an ND filter, you really want to push your ISO, at least this is what works for me, push the ISO up so that when you get into bright sun such as this, if this is still tracking me on the Nikon ZR, and what I'm looking for here also by coming this way is to see what the flares are like with this particular. There you go. Should see the other camera coming into view right there. Okay, so that was the Canon R50 that I was just showing you. And now if I come back this way and I can find my scratch mark in the sand over here. There we go. So now I should be back in view of both of them. This is just kind of to see what the two compare. They're different cameras, different uses, so I don't expect anything to be the same. And I am doing this simply for a good time, nothing else. All the birds that I've shot today, some ruddy turnstones, a couple of, they're not curlews, I can't remember what they're called, but they have the really long curved beak. And then the blue heron that's behind me, that is a seagull coming in. The moon is out, the fog or the clouds and stuff are really starting to lift. I think before I take off, I'm gonna get a couple more shots though with the ZR now that the sun is really bright over the water, and see what kind of flares I get with this lens. Just an absolute good time. I can't move too far because the Canon is not tracking, which is what I got this gimbal for, and it's okay. It'll stop tracking when you don't want it to. So, and the one video, hopefully I can show you guys, or you did see it, I was standing there, the water came up to about my knees. I really misjudged that wave, so oh well. Again, this is my Canon. Look at that. Wait, can you see it? Probably not. Let me come around this way. I'll get it with the ZR. There we go. I'm pretty much letting the camera, the ZR, make its own decisions on exposure and this and that. I have my ND filter cranked up. I'm in auto ISO, and I think I'm up on the exposure compensation just slightly, and the VR is off. Canon, the R7. I still love this camera. It's awesome. The 100 to 500, awesome little setup. None of it's cheap. And I was asked, did you order pre-order the Canon R6 Mark III? I actually did. And after a day had passed and really going through the specs, thinking, man, it's nothing special. What I really, really want is something like an R7 with a stacked sensor. That'll be pretty awesome. So I don't know if I came back to my same spot, but I am going to end it here by saying thank you for letting me share with you guys. Give it a thumbs up. That's the only thing I ever ask, is simply a thumbs up. Oh, that looks cool. That is a whole flock of pelicans coming in. In California, we have the brown pelicans. The males have a beautiful white head. The females have the brown. And they are so beautiful. So again, thank you for letting me share with you guys. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Leave me a comment, ask me a question, and if you see me out here, please, please, please come up and say hello. I really like meeting people. That's one of the awesome things I think about social media. Oh, where are you, little black Phoebe? Where are you? Oh, you don't. Oh, you went away. There you are. Okay, it's just not there. Oh. Busy background, and it was struggling just a little bit. All right, again, thank you. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. The Canon R50 is going to go out of focus, but the ZR will follow me around this way. It will remain in focus, and hopefully I'm not too blown out. I do love what I see in the screen, but when you're shooting in a log profile, unless you put the LUT in there to see what it's gonna look like, I like to adjust each one based on what I'm shooting. To me, that's not a big deal. So it's a fantastic screen. I usually just look at the filter on the front, and if I'm looking at it correctly, it looks like the VR is off, so hopefully I don't have jitters. I turned the VR off. Anyway, thanks a lot, man. You guys have a fantastic day, whatever it is you're gonna do. Thanks for letting me share, man. We'll see you. Okay, now that we've gotten all through that, as I was editing, I noticed one thing. I am seeing jitters with the ZR on my gimbal. Now, and the VR was off in the body. That may not be, I think it's the gimbal itself. I really do. That gimbal, I got it specifically for tracking, and I will be doing a video on how the two different track with vintage 50mm Pentax Thorium radioactive glass on each 50. They should be the same. They're the 7 elements, and I'll be doing that soon. Why am I holding this very stationary? Well, because it's green, or it's Aldebaran whiskey. You tell me which and where that's from. But what I noticed is that although my scopes show the color the same, they're not the same. Now, it could be anything. It could be the lenses, it could be the sensor. I really like what I was able to get out of the R50, and I'm a Canon guy through and through, and I started as a Nikon guy through and through. I like whatever's going to work for me. I don't like some of the newer Canon stuff, so you can't say that I'm a Canon diehard. I like what I like. That's not a fair comparison by any stretch of the imagination. The only way you could ever do a fair comparison, because the coatings on the glass, the different glass, the updates, all that stuff on new glass makes a big difference. So the only way you could ever do a fair comparison like that would be with a chart, with the same lighting, same day, same moments, the same ambient temperature within the room, because that makes a difference too on how your sensor performs, believe it or not, which is why for astrophotography they have these cooled camera bodies, and it's monitored. It cools them down because that heat produces noise, all kinds of cool things.
This is the R5 I'm filming on right now with one of my vintage 50mm lenses that I was going to do some filming on today, but it got too hot and the sun was too harsh. So anyway, JonnyPink, let me know what you guys think down below. Don't take this as any way scientific. It's not. The variables are too extreme. It was to have fun and to share some wildlife stuff with you. So, JonnyPink, thanks, man. We'll see you guys. Is green. Aldebaran whiskey? Nah, it's a uranium glass. It's a uranium glass. And it's radioactive too. And these are olives. We'll see you guys. And this, well, it's either Aldebaran whiskey or it's green. You tell me which one it is and tell me where that's from. We'll see you guys.